What's up? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, the brother Robert Mason coming through with another donation via the PayPal. Much respect to you for showing love to Too Raw for TV. All right, so we're now about 2 days removed from the presidential debate on September the 10th between Republican challenger and former President Donald Trump and Democratic standard bearer and Vice President Kamala Harris. And I think for the most part, the consensus is that Kamala Harris won the debate. Um, Even if you think that technically Trump won the debate on points, the reason why many people feel like Kamala Harris won the debate is because she exceeded expectations. You know, coming into the debate, not that Trump is this great champion debater, but we all know that generally speaking, he has scored points in the debates ever since he became a national politician back in 2016. Um, he won decisively the debate against Joe Biden in June, but it really was more about how terrible Joe Biden was. But anyway, Kamala has not been noted for her debate skills. So the fact that she did better than anticipated is what probably gives people her the nod over others. But when you look at the circumstances surrounding this debate and some facts surrounding this debate, you start wondering whether there might be something to Donald Trump accusing ABC of being in collusion with the Kamala Harris camp. Um, Maybe there's something to that. Now, today it came out that Donald Trump says he will not debate Kamala Harris again. He feels like, it was 3-on-1 on Tuesday in the debate. If I were him, because I'm gonna tell you something, this makes him look like he's scared. I mean, you could get mad at that, but it optically it makes it look like he's scared of her. What he should do is say, "Look, I did a debate with CNN. I did a debate now with ABC. Now, let's do a debate with Fox, which he would consider home turf. Force her to accept it because, hey, he did a debate on their territory. We all know CNN hates Trump, right? And ABC, which I'll go into a little bit more detail. When you look at some of the details, it does give credence to what Trump's talking about. That's what I would do if I was him or in his camp. But look at this. Look at the facts. We've never before seen Kamala so anxious to do any type of public or to appear in any public format where she's forced, or at least appeared to be forced, to discuss policy. As we all know, she's up till recently, what was it, last week, she has eschewed any public interviews. And she's been a nominee for well over a month. And in the past, we've seen that she has performed horribly when she has done interviews. And these weren't like hardball, veteran grumble, what I'm saying, interviewers, rough and tumble interviewers who are shellacking her with question after question, peppering her and pillaring her with hard, hard hitting questions about the Biden administration. These are softball, laid back, latte sipping interviews. And she still is fumbling the football, the political football, when it comes to these situations. So why all of a sudden does she look so confident? Why is she so cocky now? Why is her camp so willing to do or challenge Trump with these debates? Well, look, these are some of the facts. Um, these are things that can be proven. One of the moderators in a debate the other day, Lindsey Davis, is from the same fraternity of Kamala Harris, part of the same fraternity. Okay, so that's their connection. That's that connection. I don't know how close of friends they are, whether they're affiliated as friends, but it's possible. Okay. Secondly, and this is the most important connection, the head of ABC News right now is a close personal friend of Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff, her husband. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, it was her who introduced Doug Emhoff to Kamala Harris. 30-year friends. 30-year friends. So if she is the head of ABC News right now, what's it to say that they didn't get all the debate questions beforehand? Because she seemed really confident. But of course, I said time and time again, the media is about 85% liberal, in the bag for Kamala. They're not going to report anything that is, appears to be detrimental to her campaign. And while I do, in my opinion, concede that she exceeded expectations by default one, she by no means dominated. Because if this is the case, if it's the case that she was fed information as far as what the question is going to be, and look, if she was given all these advantages, and yet she still only maybe technically barely won by the expectations game, she's a horrible debater. She's horrible. And then, but to say all of that though, Trump still dropped the ball, man. Trump still dropped the ball. There were so many openings that she was giving that Trump didn't take advantage of. I don't know whether it's the fact that he's off his game. I don't know if it's age. Another tactic that I mentioned it during my live stream that he was falling for was that she was goading him. She was trying to get him off kilter, get under his skin, which succeeded. It's so easy to get under his skin and get him rattled. But it's also easy to get under Kamala Harris' skin. You have to challenge her, much the same way Tulsi Gabbard did years ago. If you challenge her and get her off her game and pressure her, she falters. But, that wasn't the case. But anyway, in conclusion, I'm thinking, there's definitely something to that. There's definitely something to the assertion that this debate was rigged. Oh, and by the way, don't forget that Trump sued ABC and George Stephanopoulos for defamation earlier this year. So there's definitely bad. Don't. There's definitely the motivation, not just politically, but personally, to screw Trump. And we already saw, during the debate, how they were always fact checking Trump, but not her. And let me say this too. I know I sometimes get questions and I get comments from people to say, well, you say you try to be fair to Rob, but why are you always so hard on Kamala, but it seems like you're not as hard on Trump? Well, I'll give you the same answer I used to give people years ago. Trump's not president right now. Kamala Harris is. Well, technically she is. I mean, She's running for president, and she's the incumbent. She represents the Biden administration. So, to me, yeah, we could talk about what went on when Trump was president, but he's not in power right now. She is, and she's trying to reach the ultimate stepping stone of the presidency. Okay, and there's a big time media campaign right now, an organized campaign to get her elected, even if it's through misinformation and outright lies. While Trump irritates the shit out of me sometimes, when I'm seeing what the Democrats are doing, it's triggering me. I'm sorry, it does. It triggers me. It triggers me to have people who look like me tell me to shut up and vote. Tell me to shut up and vote, and tell me basically to just vote for a candidate based, for what I could tell, nothing more than skin color, right? But then these same people will tell others who look like, I guess Trump, that they're racist because they vote for a candidate based on skin color. Look, I fell for that before with Barack Obama. And Barack Obama actually discussed policy. He actually had to fight through the fire of conquering and vanquishing his enemies, going through the primary process with Hillary Clinton, the Clinton machine, and beating them at their own game. I respected that. I don't respect her. She's been handed it. She's been handed the vice presidency. Excuse me. She was handed that. Remember, she had to end her campaign before 2020 even dawned. In the California primary, her own home state, she only got 8% of the vote, but she was still on the ballot. She was handpicked and forced, actually. The Democratic Party forced Biden on her, forced her on Biden, I should say. So I don't respect her, man. I don't respect Trump either, but I really don't respect her. And I don't like when people try to force me to support this woman. Because honestly, I'm going to say this, and it's the truth. As bad as Trump is, she's worse. She's worse. So that's how I look at that, at least. That's just my opinion. So what you guys think? I know you guys going to tell me what you think. Or do I know you think?